Hi, welcome to Oma's Kitchen.
Oregano.
Today in Oma's Kitchen we're going to make orange teriyaki chicken fried rice. This is a wonderful hearty dish. It uses leftover chicken. We're going to use a couple of eggs, some carrots and onions. I have an organic orange here. We're going to use a little of the zest and some of the juice from it. I like to use basmati rice, but you can use jasmine rice, plain white rice. It's really your own personal preference. We're going to add a little bit of spices and some soy sauce, a little bit of chicken broth to cook our rice with, and some other things like teriyaki sauce. And this comes out as a terrific main dish meal. It's easy to prepare, it uses leftover meat, and we absolutely love it. So let's get started on this dish in Oma's Kitchen. We're going to measure out 2 cups of rice into my strainer. And then I'm going to go rinse it right into my pan. I have heated up 3 cups of filtered water. To that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of the Better Than Bouillon chicken broth. All right, so we have 3 cups of broth here. And it goes. I don't really measure the soy sauce. I'm assuming we're talking about a tablespoon. There we go. Just kind of see that soy sauce mixing in there, darkening the broth. That's kind of what you're after. Now I'm going to turn on the heat on high till I get it boiling. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt, about a teaspoon of onion powder, and about a teaspoon of parsley. And so our rice is ready to cook. We just need to bring it to a boil. And once it's boiling really well, we'll turn the heat back to low, cover it, and cook it for 20 to 22 minutes. Depends on the kind of rice you're using. Just plain rice is about 20 minutes. Jasmine rice is about 21 minutes. Basmati rice is about 22 minutes. Okay, cover it, turn the temperature down to low. I'm going to put my timer on for 22 minutes. So let's cut up the vegetables. Our rice is currently still cooking. Okay, I've left this sit on top of the stove, turned off for 5 minutes, and you'll see the steam come out. Very nice. And you'll notice the parsley has opened up in here. And all I'm going to do is use my spatula to fluff the rice a little bit. You can see how pretty that rice is. And so all of that broth and that little bit of soy sauce and parsley has all mixed in as it cooked. Right, so we're going to set this aside uncovered now and let it finish cooling before we make fried rice with it. We will put the wok on medium. I have peanut oil. By the end of this, we're going to have used a couple of tablespoons of oil and at least 3 tablespoons or 4 of teriyaki sauce and a couple tablespoons of soy sauce. I will not be measuring because I know what I'm looking for. Carrots go in first. They are a little bit heavier of a veggie than the onions. So we're going to fry these off a little bit and then add the onions in on top. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Once they start to soften a little bit and get really sizzling, I'll add the onions in. This is a great way to use leftover chicken, which is exactly what we're using. We had barbecued chicken the other night. This is not the barbecue part, of course. We had a leftover chicken breast and a couple of chicken thighs. So I went ahead and took all of that off the bone to use for this dish. Okay. So, on top of these carrots, we're going to add our onions. All right. It's already smelling so good. I'm going to go ahead and open my eggs while I have the opportunity. So, here's my opened eggs. We will need those shortly. Now I can add the meat on top. And because I've just added the very dry meat, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Okay. Not much. And it's time to add a little soy sauce in there. Ooh, listen to that. Okay. I'm going to get a little sear with the meat and the veg. So, we're going to make a little wall of veg and chicken. Off to the side there. This is the trick to good fried rice. Put a little oil in the bottom of the pan. To that oil, we're going to add a little soy sauce. And in they go. And as they're cooking, we run our wooden spoon through them. And so what you're going to get is little bits of egg mixed in. The egg has that oil and a little bit of soy sauce mixed in with it. Teriyaki sauce is our finishing once we put the rice in. And get it off the sides of the wok. Okay? And then I'm going to bring all of that back over and let it all be connected up together. There you go. Egg in with our veggies and meat. Smells wonderful. You don't have to add orange zest or orange juice in. My daughter doesn't like orange very much, so if I'm making fried rice for her, it's just teriyaki chicken fried rice. We skipped the orange. I'm going to cut my orange into quarters so that I can add in some juice when I add in the teriyaki. See? Orange quarters. So I've turned the heat back a little bit because it's time for me to add a little bit more oil and rice and the teriyaki sauce. So here's our cooked rice that's pretty much cooled at this point. So we're going to add that in on top. Make a pile. And here's where we get to flavor the whole thing together. Teriyaki sauce through the whole thing, don't be shy, because this will all mix in. It's going to get down there and start really sizzling. And just probably 2 tablespoons. I'll probably add another tablespoon. And then another drizzle of oil. We don't want a ton. We want to give the rice something to fry with. So, there you go. And now we get to do the orange juice. Squeeze it on in there. You should look at your orange and make sure there's no seeds in it before you do this. Don't break your tooth on a seed in your fried rice. The juice of an orange. Now you could do this with a lemon as well. You could do the zest of a lemon and add lemon juice in. We just like the sweetness of the orange. 2 wooden spoons. Ready? Turn it back up a little bit. Okay. Once you've added your rice, begin to mix everything in. Add extra teriyaki sauce if you need it. But what you're going to want is this light brown color. And you hear it sizzling. You can see some of the eggs mixed with bits of chicken and veg. You don't want to sizzle it for too long because your rice will start to get mushy and you want the grains of rice in there. So get it all mixed together and then you can taste it and see if you need more salt or if you need more teriyaki sauce. But this is the color you're after with those beautiful caramelized veggies, chicken, and egg in there. So we added, teriyaki sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of extra oil to the rice once we added it, and then we began to mix it all in. That's why you have 2 wooden spoons, and you make a little mountain of rice in the center of your wok. Get it all mixed in together, and it's gorgeous. Thank you for joining me in Oma's Kitchen. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll upload more tasty videos soon, and a special shout out to Moon Pie and Lil Bit. Till next time.